King of schools fuck. Classic, classic. Yeah. Just because we smoke split together, you ain't my man. Just because we pop those together, you ain't my man. It's when we ride for each other. When the pressure get thick, you gotta sacrifice your life on some real nigga shit. Just because we smoke blunts together, you ain't my man. Just because we pop O's together, you ain't my man. It's when you sacrifice your life on some real nigga shit. You gotta sacrifice your life on some real nigga shit. Just because we smoke blunts together, you ain't my man. Just because we pop O's together, you ain't my man. It's when we ride for each other. When the pressure get thick, you gotta sacrifice your life on some real nigga shit. Just because we smoke blunts together, you ain't my man. Just because we pop O's together, you ain't my man. It's when we ride for each other. When the pressure get thick, you gotta sacrifice your life on some real nigga shit. Just because we smoke blunts together, you ain't my man. Just because we pop O's together, you ain't my man. It's when we ride for each other. When the pressure get thick, you gotta sacrifice your life on some real nigga shit. Just because we smoke blunts together, you ain't my man. Just because we pop O's together, you ain't my man. It's when we ride for each other. When the pressure get thick, you gotta sacrifice your life on some real nigga shit. Just because we smoke blunts together, you ain't my man. Just because we pop O's together, you ain't my man. It's when we ride for each other. When the pressure get thick, you gotta sacrifice your life on some real nigga shit. Just because we smoke blunts together, you ain't my man. Just because we pop O's together, you ain't my man. It's when we ride for each other. When the pressure get thick, you gotta sacrifice your life on some real nigga shit. Just because we smoke blunts together, you ain't my man. Just because we pop O's together, you ain't my man. It's when we ride for each other. When the pressure get thick, you gotta sacrifice your life on some real nigga shit. Just because we smoke blunts together, you ain't my man. Just because we pop O's together, you ain't my man. It's when we ride for each other. When the pressure get thick, you gotta sacrifice your life on some real nigga shit. Just because we pop O's together, you ain't my man. Just because we smoke blunts together, you ain't my man. It's when we ride for each other. When the pressure get thick, you gotta sacrifice your life on some real nigga shit. It's when we ride for each other on some real nigga shit. It's when we ride for each other on some real, yo, just because we smoke blunts together, you ain't my man. Just because we pop O's together, you ain't my man. It's when we ride for each other. When the pressure get thick, you gotta sacrifice your life on some real nigga shit. Just because we smoke blunts together, you ain't my man. Just because we pop O's together, you ain't my man. It's when we ride for each other. When the pressure get thick, you gotta sacrifice your life on some real nigga shit. Just because we smoke blunts together, you ain't my man. Just because we pop O's together, you ain't my man. It's when we ride for each other. When the pressure get thick, you gotta sacrifice your life on some real nigga shit. Just because we most work together, you ain't my man. Just because we pop O's together, you ain't my man. It's when we ride for each other. When the pressure get thick, you gotta sacrifice your life on some real nigga shit. It's when we ride for each other on some real nigga shit. It's when we ride for each other on some real nigga shit. Just because we smoke blunts together, you ain't my man. Just because we pop O's together, you ain't my man. It's when we ride for each other. When the pressure get thick, you gotta sacrifice your life on some real nigga shit. Just because. Just because. It's when you sacrifice your life on some real nigga shit. Just because we post well together, you ain't my man. Just because we pop O's together, you ain't my man. It's when we ride for each other. When the pressure get thick, you gotta sacrifice your life on some real nigga shit.